Hi everyone. I've been asked by a lady if I could do a video tutorial of the Victorian Lattice Square. She says she can't follow written patterns and she'd like a video of it. Now I haven't got a pattern myself, but I found this one on Ravelry and it's by Destiny Wymore, and she does say in the description that she doesn't mind if it's translated into other ways. So this is what I'm going to do. I don't normally do someone else's pattern, not without their permission, because obviously they have the copyright. But with Destiny saying that, then I feel happy to do it. I will give a full link in the description to Destiny's pattern and the written pattern, that is, and everything else, so that you can link to it or go on Ravelry and link to her profile and such like. Now it's a really easy pattern. It consists of just 9 rounds, and if I just hold it up, you'll see I put it on a piece of white paper so you can see it there. It's really pretty and very easy to do. Now I've done it in 4-ply cotton on a 3.5 hook. Now it comes a 3.5mm hook, that is, and it comes out about 6.5 inches square. So if you wanted a bigger one, obviously you'd use a bigger hook or thicker yarn, and equally if you want it smaller, you'd need to use quite thin yarn and a small hook. I've only changed one thing, and that is the start of the round and the joining. I just have my own preference on doing that, but apart from that it's exactly the same as the pattern. So let's get started. I will give the stitch names in both UK and US terms because they are different. So I shall give the UK first and then the US, but obviously chain and slip stitch are both the same. So to begin with, we'll make 4 chain. So if we just begin there, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then join those into a circle, and we're going to work into that circle with the stitches. Now if you prefer to do the magic ring, that's fine, just start it that way, but this one gives just as close a circle as a magic ring does, so it's entirely up to you. And then do 4 chain. Now this counts as the first stitch, which in UK terms is a treble, in US it's a double crochet, and also 1 chain. So the first 3 chains are the equivalent to the treble, double crochet, and then 1 chain on the top. And into the very centre of the joined chains we'll do another treble or double crochet if you're in the US, and 1 chain, and then another, and we're going to continue like this, doing those stitches and 1 chain all the way around until we've got the equivalent of 12. So those chains at the start count as the first stitch, and then we do 11 more so that we've got 12 altogether. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the moment. There we go, that should be the 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 trebles or double crochet and 1 chain separating each one all the way round until we come back to that first stitch, which is the chains, which are the equivalent of the stitch, and just into the top of that we're going to slip stitch to join the round, and that is round 1 done. For round 2 we're going to be working into the spaces, the 1 chain spaces between those stitches we did on the previous round. So just to put ourselves in the right position, just going to slip stitch into that chain space, and then I'm going to do 3 chain as the equivalent of the first stitch, which is a treble in the UK or double crochet in the US, and then into the same space just going to work a treble or US double crochet, so that there's 2 stitches in there, and then 2 chains. Now in the next chain space we're going to work 2 together, so we go in as normal, pull it up so that you've got those 3 stitches, do the first 2, now leave those 2 on your hook, pick up your yarn again, go back in, hook up the yarn, so you've now got 4 on your hook, go through the first 2 and then through all of them, and that has done like the equivalent of 2 trebles or US double crochets, but it's joined them at the top, and then we do 2 chain, and then again the same stitch in the next 1 chain space, so yarn over into the space, 3 loops on your hook, through the first 2, yarn over, in again till you've got 4, through the first 2 and then through the last 3, then 2 chain. I'll show you that once more into this next chain space, so it's yarn over, hook up your yarn, through 2, yarn over, through the first 2, then through the 3, which joins them together, and 2 chain. So do that all the way round in every one until you come back here to the beginning. So I've come back round there doing all those, and as you can see you've got little groups of 2 in every one of those spaces, and when you come back to those chains you did at the start there, just pop into the top and do a slip stitch to join them all back together, and that's round 2 complete. For round 3 we're going to be working into these 2 chain spaces of the previous round, so just to get yourself in position just do a slip stitch to bring you in there, and then we're working in UK double crochet or single crochet US and chains on this round, so just do 2 chain, which is equal to the first double crochet or single crochet, and then 7 chain. Now that 7 chain is going to be the corner of the square. So into the next space we will do the double crochet UK, single crochet US, 3 chain, then the same again in the next one, 3 chain, and then same again in the next one, and then 7 chain for the next corner, so you can see you've got this 7 chain loop, you can see it there, 7 chain, and then 2 3 chains joined with these double crochet or single crochet in the US, if you can see those. So we'll join that 7 chain into the next space, and then it's a matter of doing another 2 groups of 3 chain, 2 3, join them in there, 1 2 3, and then 7, join those into the next one, then 3, three again, and 7, and the last 3 brings you back round to where you started, and we will just slip stitch into that bottom there, that bottom starting stitch, just to join the round. Oops, not quite got that. There we go. As you can see there, I've got these little corners of 7 stitches, and then in between there's 2 lots of 3 chains, which are the sides. So that's round 3 done. For round 4 we're going to be working into these large loops for the corner and these smaller ones here. Into the large corners we're going to be doing UK trebles or US double crochet, and into the smaller ones we'll be doing UK double crochet or US single crochet. So just to put yourself in the right position, just slip stitch into that large loop, do 3 chain, which is the equivalent of the first stitch, and then 4 trebles in the UK or double crochet in the US. Then 3 chain, and then in the same loop do 5 again, just the same, all into that large loop. You can see that there, so that first 3 chain counts as your first stitch, and with those 4, so that makes the equivalent of 5, 3 chain and then another 5, and then into the next 3 chain loop we're going to do a UK double crochet, US single crochet, and 4 chain, and then the same into the next one. And then into this corner we're going to do exactly the same as on the other side. We're going to do 5 trebles or 5 US double crochet, three chain, and then another 5 all in the same chain loops. Then into that 3 chain loop we'll do the smaller stitches, 4 chain, and again in that one, and then we're back for the next corner. So you can see how those corners are coming into shape with all those stitches in them, like little ears, and in between you've just got those 2 stitches which anchor into there with a 4 chain gap. So I'll do the other 2 sides and come back round to join. So I've come back round to where we started, and now we're going to just slip stitch into the top of those 3 chains we did that counted as your first stitch, and that joins the round. And there you can see, if you just pull it into shape, you're starting to get that square effect now. For round 5, we're only going to be working in the 4 stitches there that lead up each time to that corner and into these loops here. So just to put yourself into the right position, just going to slip stitch into the top of that one, which is 4 back, 1, 2, 3, 4 back from there, and do 3 chain, which is the equivalent of a stitch, and then into those 1, 2, 3 there, we'll do a UK treble US double crochet. So 1, 2 and 3, and that brings you up to the corner. Now into the corner we're going to work 2 UK treble or 2 US double crochets, 3 chain, and then 2 again. So 2, 3 chain and 2, all into that chain space on the corner. You can see that. Then again we're going to just work into those first 4 stitches, missing the last one. So don't miss that. Sometimes when you work onto the chains, especially if there's a lot of stitches, you sometimes miss this first stitch, it gets hidden. So don't miss that, that's your first one. Going in there, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Missing that last one, doing 4 chain, and then into this chain loop from the previous round we're going to do a UK double crochet, US single crochet, and 4 chain again, and we're going to skip that first stitch there from the previous round and just work in the next 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and that brings you back up to the next corner, where again we're going to do 2, 3 chain, 2 again. There you can see that coming across there. We've come round working 4 stitches and then 2, 3 chain, 2, 4 stitches, 4 chain, the smaller double crochet or single crochet in there, 4 chain again, and then just working 4, missing that first one, working 4, and then into the corner 2, 3 chain and 2 again. I shall finish off these 2 sides and come back round to the join. So I'm back round there, done those 4 chain at the end, and I shall just slip stitch just into the top of those 3 chains we did as the first stitch, ready for the next round. And you can see there, hopefully, let's just take that out, you can see how it's starting to come up with those corners and then the nice little holes that form the pattern. For round 6 we're again going to be missing a few of these stitches from the previous round, and we're going to only be working on 4, so it's the 2 from the corner and these 2. So we need to just, on this first part, just slip stitch across until you're into that stitch where we're going to begin, which is there. It's about the third one in, and do 3 chain, which counts as the stitch, and then into these 1, 2, 3 other stitches here, those 3, we're going to work a UK treble US double crochet. So 1, 2 and 3, and that brings you up to the corner. Now into the corner we'll work 2 UK treble or 2 UK double crochet, 3 chain and 2 again. So 2, 3 chain and 2. Oops, missed that one. It's always a bit tricky holding it to the camera. There we go. 1 and 2. And now we will only work into the next 4, which is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it's a 2 from the corner and the next 2. Again, make sure you don't miss that one if it gets hidden below your stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 UK double crochet or US single crochet, 4 chain, another one of the smaller stitches in there, 4 chain again, miss the first 2 and then work into the 4 up to the corner, doing UK trebles, US double crochet, and that brings you up to the corner to finish and go round and do the rest of the sides. So you can see how from the corner there you're now making 3 little holes across there, separated by chains. So I've done all of those, coming back round to where we started and just slip stitch into the top of that 3 chain that we did for the first stitch. And then we've got the 3 little holes across the top of there. For round 7 we're going to be working in all these stitches here this time, and the corner, and then over here in these we're going to be doing 2 stitches into these loops separated by 4 chains. So to begin with we'll do the 3 chain, which will count as your first stitch, and then in all of these we will do 1 UK treble or a US double crochet, and that will give you 6 of them up that side. And then into the corner we do 2, 3 chain and another 2, all into the corner, and then again 1 in each of these stitches, so 6 of them down that other side. Then we will do 2 into the chain loop of the previous row, then 4 chain, into this middle one we'll just do a UK double crochet, US single crochet, 4 chain again, and then into this last one 2 UK treble, US double crochet, and then 6 in all of these, 1 in each, which will bring you back up to carry on around the next corner. If you can see it there, we've got 6, 2 into the corner, 3 chain, another 2, then 6 along here, 2 into that chain space, 4 chain, the smaller stitch, the double crochet, single crochet, another 4 chain, and then 6 again, which bring you back up to do this next corner and work all the way around. And when we come back around to where we started again, it's just a matter of slip stitching into the top of that first 3 chain stitch. There we go. You can see how the corners continue up and how we're getting these holes now that are coming back in again on the corners to get smaller. They went out quite wide and now they're going to come up to a point on the next round. So now we're into row 8, and this is the last one of the pattern. After this it's just plain. We're going to do again 3 chain as the first stitch, and then 1 in all of these from the previous row. That's 1 treble, UK treble, or 1 US double crochet in each one of them, all the way up to the corner. Then in the corner it's going to be the same as the previous rows. It's 2, 3 chain, and then 2 stitches again. 2, 1, 2, 3 chain, and then 2 stitches all into that corner. Now we're going to work into all these stitches, which is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So again into all of those, and this is again, make sure you don't miss that first stitch because sometimes these can come over it. So your first stitch is right there on the corner of the hole at the corner. We're going to work a treble again, a UK treble, US double crochet into all of those 10 stitches of the previous row. And that will bring you up to the chain loops. And then into those chain loops we're going to do 2 UK treble, US double crochets, 4 chain, no sorry, 1 chain. Just take that back, so we've done the 2 treble double crochet in there, 1 chain, and then into here 2 again on the other side, and then 1 in each of these 10 up to the corner. So 1 treble double crochet, all the way up to the corner, and then the other side as before is exactly the same. In the corner it's 2, 3 chain and 2. Just go through that again just to make it clear. So from the corner we've got 2, 3 chain and 2, then you've got 10 that go across there, so that's your 10, and into that chain space you do 2, 1 chain, 2 on the other side, then your 10 in all those stitches, and then in the corner 2, 3 chain and 2. So I shall do these other 3 sides and come back for the last round. So as you come back round to where you started, you will notice there's 2 stitches there before the ones that your 3 chain that you started with. So just work into those because they do form part of the 10. So just work those 2 and then slip stitch into the top of your starting chain to join the round. So now you've got this group of holes with just the last one there at the top. For round 9, which is the last and final round, we're going to be working in UK double crochet, US single crochet all the way around, doing 2 in the corner, 3 chain and 2. So it's just a matter of do 1 chain as your first stitch and then working into each one of them, work these double crochet, single crochet in every one of them. All the way up to that corner, and in the corner we'll do 2, 3 chain, 2, then 1 in every one of these stitches across here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. So working in every one of those 14. This helps to give a little bit firmer edge working these smaller stitches. When you've worked those 14, you come to the 1 chain space which you had between those stitches. Just do 1 in there and then carry on the other side working into all these until you come back up to the corner where you do 2, 3 chain and 2 again all the way round. And again when you come back round it's just a matter of slip stitching into the top of the chain you did there and then fasten off. And there we have it. Really pretty pattern. I just pop it on some white paper underneath it. It just shows you the pattern there and what it looks like. I think it shows up better on the blue one, so I'll bring that in again. Turn it the right way over. Yeah, I think you'll agree it's really pretty. And as I say, they come out about 6.5 inches. This is in a 4-ply cotton yarn with a 3.5mm hook. So if you do want it larger or smaller, just adjust accordingly. I hope you've understood that. I hope it helps you to make one, and I'd love to see them. If you want to share them on Facebook, on my blog, or Twitter, wherever you want to share your photos, that would be great. Don't forget, if you do share the pattern, don't forget to link to Destiny's blog or page, because she did make the pattern, and we really should credit her with it as the designer. So the link is in the description of the video. And happy crocheting. I'll see you next time.